Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with an experiment week 10 update. Today is August 9th, 2020. And before we get started, this video is for educational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. And I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also on Twitter, Alpha Charts 365, and appreciate any likes and retweets on there also. All right, so week 10 is in the books, and it was a big week because we saw the indexes continue to climb higher, and we saw growth stocks get hammered. So it's going to be really interesting to see what next week, week 11, brings. But as you can see, S&P is up almost 10%, NASDAQ just over 16, and the Russell 12.5 since we originally bought, which was June 1st. Now, we have some great winners in there, like Square, Etsy, the Trade Desk, SolarEdge. And you see, like the SolarEdge at one point was negative, and now has already come back to be positive 49%. So that's a big deal. And then we had some major damage in some of these growth names. So let's go ahead and look at some charts and take a look at the growth names. All right, so let's go and minimize that. All right, so as you can see, the S&P up to some potential resistance. A pullback here in the S&P will be normal and healthy. Maybe create that little bit of a handle or something like that if you want to call this a cup, or even a sideways movement. That's fine. The Qs, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Qs, there we go. The Qs, again, moving higher. Maybe a little distribution there, but nothing crazy going on. Above all rising moving averages, everything looks good. And IWM, the small caps, moved up, pulled back, rotating back up, maybe a little resistance right here. They all kind of coincide with the potential resistance area. But again, everything's an uptrend. So any pullback, as of right now, should be a buyable pullback, unless we see, price get below these moving averages and then start to flatten and turn down. Okay. So the big winners were like Square was a huge winner, and Etsy was a huge winner so far. The Trade Desk, huge winner so far. SolarEdge, huge winner so far. But you get into things like Coop, right? So Coop, was a huge winner, and now, just gave back 10%, and really, it's kind of in a range, right? Kind of in this, like, we'll call this like a little range right here, and it's just moving sideways at this point. Right now, if it breaks below, 282-ish, then things will change, right? It's more at the top. There's a big volume right here. It is under these moving averages, so we don't like that. But if it gets under 282, that would be a problem for Coop. Twilio. Same thing for Twilio, right? I mean, we're now underneath these moving averages, and they're starting to turn lower. So price above them quickly would be the saving grace. CrowdStrike, again, all these are hyper growth names. So like CrowdStrike, it's not broken yet, right? We're back to this 100-ish level, and as long as price can stay above 100-ish, then it's just moving sideways, consolidating these huge gains. No big deal. A big break below 99, and I think that things are different. Avalara, same thing. Again, big run, sideways move. Some big distribution coming in here, but technically, in my opinion, hasn't. This is the area that's got to break. If it breaks down below here, then you could call a double top and look for your measured move. What else we got? Datadog, that was a big one that moved down. I mean, just huge move down here. don't like anything that's going to move. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, it was a 22% move down on huge volume after earnings. That not what I'm interested in at all anymore. Infi Corp, another one. Again, it's right at the cusp. As you can see, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So it's okay so far, but a breakdown below here, and I think that we're in trouble. Under 124-ish, and a hold below 124, that would be a problem in Infi. Dynatrace. Again, nothing wrong with a retest, right? Technically, we're just in a range after this big move. So would love to see this bounce, even if it fell through just a little bit to lower, then some strong buying coming in. That would be fine. But that's, right now we're just sideways range. We had a big bar there, came down, tested it, bounced up, big bar here. We'll see what Monday brings. What else do we have that looks pretty bad? Ring Central, very similar to the Dynatrace chart. This is the area, 246-ish that needs to hold. And the doozy of the bunch was Alteryx. This one was just terrible. Huge gap down, just really ugly. And you're looking at, a 32% loss of value right here. 32% is huge. Even if you would say a trailing 10%, you still would have got nicked for let's see, you still would have got nicked for 28%. So, but that happens, right? It's earnings. It cuts both ways. You get these huge gap ups potentially. You have a big gap down. So that's week 10. We're going 2 more weeks, right? 2 more weeks of this, and then I'm going to take a look at some of the parameters that I wanted to look at and see, maybe define better where my stops should be along the way. Right now, is it 10%? Is it the 23-day EMA, which is currently one that I use quite a bit? So we will see. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week out there. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you next weekend.